Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca from devourdinner.com. Happy Sunday everybody and welcome to my kitchen. I'm excited to be here. I hope you are too. We're going to make another fun group of recipes today, and I'm going to show you some more recipes that can be done small batch, so dinner for two. And as we log in and get situated, I do want to check the technology. We should be live on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And when you join in, please say hello. Let me know if you can hear me okay before we jump into these recipes. Hello, Doreen. How are you? I'm so happy you're here. Doreen is joining in from YouTube, so welcome, welcome. Don't forget to give that a thumbs up over on YouTube or on Facebook if you're joining in there as well. I'm just getting the thumbs up that we are live on both YouTube and Facebook. No problems today. That's wonderful. Wow, I've had a busy week. How has your week been at home? Has it been a little crazy? I've been traveling this week. Just got in last night, just before midnight. So it's good to be here. It's good to be with you and to show you just a quick, fun, and easy dinner, which is, you know what I like to do. The first thing I want to do is preheat our air fryer. So today my air fryer is going to be preheated to 380 degrees. I'm going to get that situated over here. And that'll take just a few minutes to preheat. The recipe that I'm going to work on today is a chicken cordon bleu in the air fryer. Now this is a frozen chicken cordon bleu. You can pick these up at your local grocery stores or at your large warehouse stores. I typically buy a box at the warehouse store at Costco or Sam's Club that I keep in my freezer. These become incredibly easy to make for dinner and they taste good and they're so easy in the air fryer, a lot quicker than in the oven, and we just love them. Hi Doreen. Doreen on Facebook says the audio is fine. Hi Teresa. Teresa's from the Salt Lake City area. Hello Trelva, welcome. Hello Amy. Amy's from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group. So welcome to Amy. She is the admin over there. Many of her other admins and moderators also join in, so we want to welcome Amy and her team. Thank you for the love and the support. If you have hopped on over from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group, I am Rebecca from devourdinner.com, where I focus on easy to make recipes for busy families using common ingredients. I love to focus on the air fryer, the Instant Pot, the stovetop, the oven, you name it. But I love to work with common ingredients that you can find in your pantry many times. So welcome. If you're new, say hello in the comments. This is a safe place to ask your questions, learn tips and tricks, and just hang out and have some fun. Kathy, welcome. Kathy's from Florida, says the volume is great. Susan says, I'm a snowbird in Myrtle Beach for another month watching from here. I love that, Susan. Way to go. That would be great to be in two different places. I just flew in from Arizona, spent some time with the littles. I've got some pictures to show you after we get dinner cooking. So if you just joined in, we are going to make an air fryer chicken cordon bleu from frozen. I'm preheating my air fryer to 300 degrees, or 380 degrees currently. So I'm going to drop that link. And then we're also going to make mashed potatoes as well. And I'm going to drop that link. We're going to do mashed potatoes in the Instant Pot. Now, this is a recipe that I usually plug around Thanksgiving time because the Instant Pot or electric pressure cooker is perfect for doing a large batch of mashed potatoes. So easy. You can do up to a 5-pound bag, but it can also do a small batch for two, and that's what we're going to do today. So I have got potatoes, and I've already peeled the potatoes to make things easier off camera. We're going to go to top down so you can see what I'm doing. I have chosen 3 potatoes. Now, potatoes come in all different sizes. These are, I would say, just like normal. They're not huge, but they're not small. So I've chosen 3 potatoes. If they're larger, you can just use 2 potatoes. And if they're the small ones, maybe do 4 potatoes. But this is kind of what we like. Since we are from Eastern Idaho, we do like our potatoes So our serving might be a little larger than what you like, and you might only want to do 2 potatoes. I'm cutting these in slices, and then I'm going to cut these just in half. You just kind of want to get everything generally the same size is what works best. It's kind of loud today. And we'll do one more. Now, along with our chicken cordon bleu, I am also going to make a creamy Dijon sauce because I like a little bit of sauce with my chicken cordon bleu. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take my liner. We're gonna put the potatoes in the liner. And if you're just joining me, this is mashed potatoes. This is a smaller batch. However, my husband and I like mashed potatoes, so I just don't want a little dinky serving. I want a good amount. So there's our mashed potatoes, and we're going to fill it up and cover the potatoes in water. There you go. Now I'm gonna add a little pepper, but I really want to add some salt to the water. You could also add a little bit of garlic. I'm just gonna do a little bit of minced garlic in with the potatoes. We're gonna stir that up. And that's it. We're going to pressure cook these for 8 minutes in the Instant Pot. We'll go full frame here. So we're gonna close the lid, we're gonna close the pressure valve, and we're going to set to 8 minutes. So use your plus and minus key, adjust up and down till you get to 8 minutes, and just leave it there. It'll take just a moment, and we're gonna hear a beep. There it is. The beeping noise lets us know that your pressure cooker has accepted the readings, and it's going to start the cooking process. So what it does is it heats up the bottom element in your electric pressure cooker. It's going to bring that thin liquid, the water that we added, to a boil. So as it heats up the water and it brings it to a boil, when it comes to a boil, it creates steam. Steam will create pressure, and pressure will seal off the back of the pressure valve. At that time, the little pin and back will pop up. It'll be level to the top. On some brands of pressure cookers, it'll actually pop up. It just depends. And then it will seal off. Then shortly thereafter, the front reading will change from on to our 8 minutes. You guys, I'm gonna sneeze. I think I got pepper in my nose. Whew. Bless me. Okay, sorry. So at that point, it will start counting down in numbers. Then it will beep at us when it gets to 0, letting us know the cooking process has completed. We're going to do a quick release, which means we will be opening up the pressure valve and letting all of that steam shoot up to the ceiling to release the pressure so we can open it up. It's that simple. All right, now we're on a time clock, right? So we're gonna start our air fryer, chicken cordon bleu at this point. We're gonna push this off to the side. We're gonna bring this into play. Let's go top down so you can see what I am doing. There we go. Now, like I said, I am doing frozen chicken cordon bleu. So it is a package that is frozen from Costco. Ooh. Hey, Bill, will you go grab me another one real quick? Okay, I'm gonna show you why I'm sending him out. Look, it didn't really, sometimes these from Costco, all of the cheese is gonna like make a mess. I don't wanna use that one. It still will taste fine, but I want a good one. So that's better. See that? So we're gonna put that one in. We're gonna get one more handed to us. We'll cook that one up later. And there we go. Now we're gonna cook this at 380 degrees for 18 to 20 minutes. We need the internal temperature of this to reach 165 degrees to make sure it is cooked all the way through. So I'm gonna pop them in and we're gonna let it do its thing. There we go. Easy peasy. Guess what? Dinner's ready. Like, it is in and doing, and now we just have to wait. So now we can talk about what I've been doing this last week. I can show you pictures, we can hang out, I can read the chats, and I'm gonna teach you how I make this Dijon cream sauce because it is so, so good. I wanna wait to get that started until we get a little closer to our chicken cordon bleu finishing, just so that it's just nice and creamy and doesn't sit. Otherwise it does tend to form that little crust on the top or that film. So let's go ahead and say hi to everybody. Let's see. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's from Maine. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Sherry. Sherry's from Nebraska. Chris, welcome. Chris is from California. Good to have you, Chris. Elaine. Elaine is watching from Land O'Lakes, Florida. I love that. Welcome. Well, this last week, I was in Arizona with the Littles. And if you're new and watching, I am a grandma of 2 beautiful little girls. And I love to go visit my son and my darling daughter-in-law and spend time with them. And so we took pictures and we had so much fun playing dress up. So here we go. Little Miss has grown up in front of so many of you. In fact, put in the comments if you have been around long enough to see when Little Miss was born, and she would be on my lives almost weekly because we babysat her on Sundays. But now, Little Miss, are you ready? Bam. There's Little Miss. Can you believe it? She's beautiful. Oh, I'm enamored. I think this photo shoot is my new favorite. We had so much fun with it. She is in love with Cinderella currently. She says Cinderella, she loves Cinderella because Cinderella's dress is blue and her eyes are blue. Little Miss's eyes are blue. So that's a lot of fun. And then little Honey Bear, who is 2.5, she also dressed up. And she was Snow White. Isn't that cute? So there's Little Miss, who is 4 turning 5 this summer, and Honey Bear, who is 2 turning 3 this summer, and we are just feeling so blessed just to get to spend time with them. It's so much fun to enjoy life through the eyes of toddlers, their wonderment, their awe in everything that goes on, and the simplicity of life. It's just so fun. Chris says, yes, I remember Little Miss being on from the beginning. You would, Chris, that's awesome. Little Miss would join me and hang out, and Little Miss has been on periodically. We used to all live together in Idaho, and then they moved. So we see less and less of them, but I tend to go down to their house. So very fun to share the granddaughters and this last little photo shoot. Super fun. Okay, we'll turn that off. Get those out of the way. Kathy says they are both so cute. Doreen says, Little Miss is lovely. Time goes by so fast. Susan says, I have been watching since Little Miss was a baby, and it was so fun to see the differences when they were growing. You know, it really is. This last trip, little Honey Bear is potty trained. And she is very independent and very much wants to do things herself. And so she's like, no, I got it. But of course, as we all know, little 2-year-olds, they can't pull down their pants, they can't pull up their pants, they, can't get on and off the toilet as easy as they think, and they haven't learned how to hold it, and, there's a lot of little mistakes that happen, and her mom was it's just challenging. So I was able to come and make it just a fun experience, and little Honey Bear did so good. So good. Super pleased with her. She is great around the house now. Great around the house. None of us are confident that we can take her away because we just don't know about public restrooms, but we got her in the house, which is fantastic. So that was fun. Michelle says, I can remember Little Miss as a baby too. They are so adorable. Thank you everyone for all the love. Like truly, thank you. I'm enamored with them, truly enamored. And it's so fun to get to spend time with them. So lots of fun things for them this summer. We'll be back and forth, so you'll get to see more pictures of them this summer. They're moving to a new apartment, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that their new place this summer will be conducive to maybe me going live. So that when I'm there, I don't have to cancel lives, and we can still just go live, and then maybe they can be a part of it too. That's the hope anyway. Okay. Where are we at? What questions do you guys have? Do you like doing these recipes that are small batch, where I'm modifying down and telling you what adjustments to make? Is that helpful? Because the whole reason I do this is for you at home. Well, to hang out with you too, but to help you come up with these recipes so that you can make them and enjoy some good recipes at home that don't break the budget, but that are healthy and good and all the fun stuff. Okay, Michelle is asking, are you turning the chicken over halfway through? Yes, I will be turning the chicken over. Now, with the air fryer, that's a great question. In the air fryer, it is up kind of on the elevated grate, so there is air flowing under it, around it, on both sides of it. However, I have always found it is super helpful to flip things over halfway through. It just makes a difference. So you can start this recipe by putting the frozen chicken cordon bleus upside down and then flip them over so that they're right side up for the last part, or the opposite way. It really doesn't matter. But yes, we are going to flip them over. And I've got my tongs to do that, because we don't want to, they're hot. All right, Phyllis says, this is very helpful. Kathy says, love the small batch cooking. Susan said the screen froze. Okay, Susan, is anyone else saying that the screen froze? We haven't had, okay, I'm getting a no. So it might be on your end. We used to have lots of screen freezing, and then we changed stuff with our internet, and we haven't had problems since. Kind of crazy. All right, the chicken has now been in 8 minutes. Remember, it's cooking from 18 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm just gonna flip it over really fast. I'm not gonna show you because I wanna keep all the air in the air fryer. Make sense? I don't wanna pull it out. You got it. There we go. All right, the air fryer or the Instant Pot just pressured up. So in a moment, the front will change. So currently it says on, and it takes just a moment after it's pressured up for all the sensors inside to go, oh, it's under pressure now. And it'll change that front panel, and it will go to 8 minutes, at which point it counts down in numbers. All right, so listen, the timing on this is perfect, because we have 9 minutes-ish left on our air fryer for dinner. The potatoes are gonna cook for 8 minutes, which means this is gonna beep at about the same time we're gonna check the internal temperature on our air fryer, on our chicken cordon bleu. And then when the potatoes come out, we'll open up the pressure valve, we'll pull out the potatoes, we'll drain off all the liquid, and then we're gonna mash them, we're gonna mix them with butter, with some cream cheese, and I'm gonna add in, you can do milk, half and half, or heavy whipping cream, whichever you prefer. Now, let's start on our creamy Dijon sauce. Are you ready? This is not on my website. I think this is probably something I learned from my mom years ago. And you make a roux. So to make a roux, I'm going to melt butter in a saucepan, and I'm going to add flour to it to cook the flour, which kind of makes a paste. Then I'm going to add in heavy whipping cream as I am whisking it, which will help thicken up the cream. Then we're going to season it with salt, pepper, Dijon, some Worcestershire sauce, and let that cook and thicken. And then I'm going to add Parmesan cheese to it, which will melt in and thicken it as well. Then it becomes a nice sauce or gravy to put over your chicken cordon bleu. It's also very lovely over the mashed potatoes, and it is so, so simple, okay? So we will get this going. Now I'm going to add, I don't know, you guys, I'm going to add like 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't know. 2 tablespoons. Just do 2 tablespoons. We're going to melt that. When that's melted, I'm going to add in the flour. We're going to stir that all up. And then I'm going to add about a cup and a half of cream. You could do half and half. Okay? You could get away with milk. You could be just fine with milk if you want to break those calories down a little bit. Top down, please. Okay, we'll go top down in just a moment. Let me grab, I've got a whisk, but I also have a silicone spatula. So we're dealing with the stove here, so I can't do top down, but we're just melting the butter right now. I'm going to be adding about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons. So if you're doing just a cup of milk or heavy cream or half and half, do like 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of flour. If you're going to bump that to more than a cup and you're doing 1.5 cups to 2 cups, then make sure you do at least 2 tablespoons of flour. And I'm melting my butter first before I add the flour. Maybe what I'll do, we're going to get the top-down camera in place so that when I bring it over here, you guys can automatically see it, even though there's nothing here right now. On the flip side, I am going to use the ThermaPen, which is my digital thermometer, to test the internal temperature of our chicken cordon bleu when it's time. If you don't have a good digital thermometer, I'll drop a link for these. These are expensive, but I've never had to replace them. That is what is so fantastic. I have gone through many that I've bought off of Amazon for 20 bucks that they just stop working and they don't give me accurate temperatures. All right, there's our butter. There's our flour. And we're just making a roux, right? So we're just mixing that together. I just want a little bit more. Now we got to get this back on the heat, but now you at least see what's going on in here, okay? Because we want to cook that flour, right? We don't want to eat raw flour, so we're heating it up before we add in our cream. Now this is kind of getting all frothy. Look at that. See how it's all frothy now? Light, fluffy. So I'm going to add some cream. That's probably more than I needed. We're going to stir that up. Now I'm going to cook this on the stove so that the roux can mix with the cream and it can thicken up. I'm also going to add to it some Dijon mustard. Oh my. Okay. Do you guys see that? It all squirted out the bottom. I'm really glad I didn't have that right over because it just made a huge mess. All right. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon, or not quite a tablespoon, of mustard. And we're gonna do a splash of Worcestershire. That's it. You can also do a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Okay, now let's get it back on the stove. And essentially, oh, you can't see me when I do that. Essentially, we're just bringing it up to a boil and we're stirring it. So I'm still using the spatula, the silicone spatula, but you could use a whisk. It really just depends on how that roux breaks into your liquid. And I'm splashing onto my burner and it's sizzling. Okay, you know what? Bill, get the doors open. Okay, you guys want to know a fun fact about this apartment? I'm going to tell you. Anytime I use the stovetop and anything burns on it, the fire alarms go off. Not even joking you. It is the craziest all the way around. So we're gonna get some doors open in case the fire alarms go off, because we don't want it. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese right to it so that can melt. So when I say a little bit, I'm like talking 1/4 of a cup. And we're gonna let that melt. Now this is thickened up really well. So let me show you. Look at how thick that's become. You can always thin it down with some more milk, some more heavy cream. Look at that sauce. It's just a very light pale yellow, but as you can see, it's pretty thick. Okay. I'm going to turn that down. We're going to check our chicken cordon bleu. So let me get my Thermapen in here. Now this has cooked. Okay, we need more time. We're at about 140. But it's got to be more than that. Okay, how's our potatoes doing? We have 1 minute left. You guys, I'm so excited how all of this is coming together. All right, let's talk about one more thing. The directions for the frozen chicken cordon bleu. Every brand of chicken cordon bleu is a little bit different. If you buy Costco's chicken cordon bleus or Sam's Club or at your regular grocery store, every brand is a little bit different. So when there is a suggestion for time, that's a suggestion. You might need to cook a minute or two more or a minute or two less based upon your air fryer. So keep that in mind. And that is why we use an internal temperature to really pinpoint, is it cooked all the way? Okay? Now you heard the beep. We are gonna open the pressure valve. We're gonna let that pressure do its thing so that we can drain this off. But dinner is gonna come all together all at once, and I'm so excited. So excited. Doreen, okay, you make me laugh. Doreen just said, cool, just saw Bill in the reflection of the microwave. He's smiling off camera. We've got the side, so I have a side patio door over here and a garage door over here, and we've got a cross breeze going, which is probably enough at this point because I've got the stove turned off. We're not going to set it off, although it would have been funny. I don't know how many times I've set it off, and I haven't burnt anything. It's just so hypersensitive, it's kind of crazy. Go figure, right? We're going to use a little heavy cream in our mashed potatoes. I'm also going to use some cream cheese that I've softened in some butter as well. And then we're going to add salt and pepper. Where our potatoes have been seasoned with salt, pepper, and garlic. I'm excited about that. We're going to drain those off. And we're just going to mash them. I'm going to mash really simply because I do want to show you how easy it is. You can use a potato masher if you want. I'm actually just going to use a fork, which won't get them as, you'll see. It does it, like you can use a potato masher. I just am trying to be super simple and easy. So I'm just going to use a fork. And it's going to be okay. Phyllis said, I saw Bill too. You guys are hilarious. Totally funny. So funny. All right, if you guys have not given this video a thumbs up, please do so. Big thumbs up, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. And again, let's give another shout out to Amy from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group. We sure appreciate the love and support from Amy, as well as her moderator team and staff, like all of the ladies over there who show such love and support. I am truly grateful to each one of you. It's just wonderful to have you. Do we have any newcomers who've never joined in these lives? I want to hear. Will you please say hello in the comment? Let me know you're new. This is a safe place. This is a place to ask your question about the air fryer, about the Instant Pot, about these recipes, so that you can learn them too and you have the confidence to try them at home as well. Truthfully. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to get out my little handy dandy. Now I've got mustard in my colander. Can't imagine how that happened. There we go. Okay, there's our potatoes. I'm going to drain that off. Get all that liquid out. Okay, so this is still quite a bit of potatoes. But as we mash them down and get all the extra air out, I really think like 2.5 potatoes would have been perfect. But what are you going to do with the extra half a potato? You might as well throw it in and have a little bit of leftovers. It won't be a ton. Now, I've always been taught that you want to get all your lumps out before you start adding in the liquid. I personally like a little bit of lump. And that's how I know that it is real mashed potatoes and not some boxed mix. But while it's hot, I want to add in the cream cheese and the butter because I want the heat of this. Oh, it's that pepper again. You guys, I'm a pansy when it comes to pepper. I'm an absolute pansy. Woo! See how easy that cream cheese and that butter just melt into what we're doing? I think at this point I can switch from using a fork to probably a spoon. And I'm going to start adding in some milk. And I'm going to just be doing little bits. I'm going to use heavy cream because I have it out, but you can also use milk. And with the cream cheese and the butter, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I'm not going to need much when it comes to any milk or liquid. Let's see. Can you guys tell? Look at that. That's without any milk. That's just the liquid from the potatoes and the butter. So that is probably 2 tablespoons max of liquid. And that is all I'm going to add. For our potatoes. Those are done. All right, let's plate up. Let me get all my potato mess out of the way. We're gonna bring back our chicken cordon bleu. We are gonna test these. Yep. I like to check in multiple spots just to make sure that we have, we're golden. All right. Here we go. There we go. I'm gonna cut the chicken cordon bleu first before I put the sauce on it because I like my sauce all throughout. So we are gonna do that first. You guys, I always try to plate these so that it's pretty. Because, you know, part of eating is enjoying all that we do, right? Probably should get another spoon. Now, I like a little bit of this on our potato, which it's not going to have a good contrast, but I like the flavor that it adds. And then we're just going to put this right down the top. Now, of course, you could always serve this with some steamed broccoli, some asparagus, some carrots, whatever you like, to add a little bit more color to this plate because we're definitely lacking. The bottom line is, it's only been 40 minutes since we started the live and dinner is served. It's already here. Minimal cleanup, a nice, beautiful meal that you can make for 2 at home without having all these leftovers. I made extra mashed potatoes so I could make shepherd's pie if I wanted to this week. But like I said, my husband and I, we love mashed potatoes and it's just something, it's comfort to us. So let me dive in. Did I miss any? Oh, we got comments. Phyllis says, yum, it looks good. Isn't gluten great? I'm making mashed potatoes with dinner. I'll try this. I love that, Phyllis. I'm so glad. Karen says, good afternoon from Virginia. Kathy says, I've got meatloaf and baked potatoes in the oven. I love it. Doreen says, I'm doing a beef stir fry for supper on the stove. I took potatoes in the steamer basket and they're great. Medium potatoes cut in fours and pressure cooked for 7 minutes. That's wonderful. Kathy, your comment's the best. Kathy says, Amy is the best. It's true. It is true. All right. We're going to break into this. And now it's hot. I don't want to burn my little lips. If you guys could hear this song in my head, do a little dance, shake a little groove. We love it. We absolutely love it. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. I just love mashed potatoes. They're my favorite. All right, everybody. That's my live for this week. Now, next week, I've got to go back up to Eastern Idaho, and I don't have all my camera equipment there. I might be able to go live with an air fryer recipe only, straight from my laptop. So no extra cameras, no extra whatever. Stay tuned. I'll post something if I'm able to. If I'm not, we will skip next week and I'll be back the following week. But rest assured, we will do more of these small recipes for two. You guys are loving it. It's a lot of fun to do, to show you how to take these bigger recipes and just cut them down for what works for you at home. Again, I am so grateful that you are here. I'm so grateful that I get to hang out with you, and I'm so grateful for your love and your support. Because of you, I get to do what I love, and I love helping you with these delicious, tasty recipes. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Truly. I hope that this week you find joy in places you haven't found joy before, and it just brings a smile to your face, puts a pep in your step, and that life just feels just loved and blessed. So, wishing you all the best. Big hugs to all of you. We will see you for sure in 2 weeks, but maybe next week. All right, everybody. Bye now.